What would happen if China invaded Taiwan?
I have heard.
What you're
Are
seeing
you
is
ready
a
to
training
watch the
ground.
most unbelievable hell-chaining of Chinese soldiers and military armed forces in China? If your answer is yes, then get ready.
You're startled awake by thunder. Crust breaks apart as your eyes slowly open. The darkness of your eyelids is replaced with the darkness of the early morning. Another clap of thunder breaks the silence. You sit up. More thunderclaps. 3, 4, 5. You crawl up to the edge of your hole and peer over the top, and glimpse bright lights trailing towards your direction. Right as your sleepiness begins to turn to fear, you hear a voice scream, "Take cover!" You roll down to the bottom of your hole and onto your stomach. Your morning wood is harder than titanium alloy wrapped in tungsten, so your peen bends as you flatten yourself to the ground. You want to yelp, but nothing comes out. You don't want to make a sound, as if the rockets heading towards you are dinosaurs who can only attack if you move or make a peep. The voice tears through the night again, this time belting, "Keep your head down!" You put your hands over your helmet, as if this will keep it on your head if a missile hits near you, as if the helmet will protect you if the missile hits near you. 30 seconds pass, 50, a minute. It could have been 5 minutes or 2 hours. You can't really tell. You are Schrodinger's draftee. Are you dead or alive? You crawl slowly to the top of the foxhole. The lights are gone, leaving only the crushing North Pacific darkness. You hear a ring next to you. Your battle buddy is looking down at his phones. One phone is playing Fortnite Mobile. He's using the Ice Spice skin and absolutely destroying 4-year-olds who are playing on their parents' phone. On the other phone, he's trading Israel coin. He's investing it into the new Rothschild Gaza resorts. They host many parties for the elite, and it even gives jobs to Palestinians. They can stay at the resort inside the maintenance shed if they can't find a house, and the hotel provides them with meals. The meals are leftovers from the elite parties, but the Palestinians love them, Israel says. They even offer jobs to children as young as 3 whose limbs have been blown off. You snap back to reality, the last place you want to be. Your CO shouts for everyone to get up. Today is the big day. A couple hours later, you're leaving your semi-safe island nest egg in an amphibious assault vehicle and traveling to the Taiwanese coast. Every bump that echoes through the inside makes you jump with terror. A private next to you notices you shaking uncontrollably. He hands you a cotton candy vape-flavored Zen. You feel the vehicle hit the beach. Go time. As you make your way out, you hear small snaps near your head. You realize immediately they're bullets. Sand is kicking up all around you. Kamikaze drones. The buzzing sound they emit is enough to make you fill your pants full of expired MRE. You fix your eyes on your sergeant. You go wherever he goes. Stop whenever he stops. You pay no attention to what's around you. The only thing on your mind is surviving. You make it to a dune and dive into the sand. You hear moaning behind you. You roll over to see a fellow soldier staring at you, his eyes wide with bewilderment. His left arm is gone and he's bleeding out from his neck. He pulls out his phone. Instagram is open to a girl's profile. She's not super cute. Kind of has a townhouse mouth. Lots of gums. Not too bad though. "Like her pics for me," he gasps, blood gurgling from his neck wound. You take his phone and put it in your pocket. You make your way forward with your fellow soldiers, trying to wipe the images of your dead comrades from your mind. You realize that you've made it ahead of your squad. You aren't very good at staying with your team and following orders, but you try your best. You make it to a bunker. 2 Chinese soldiers are on alert inside. They haven't seen you yet. You switch your M4 to auto and move to the exit. Your M4 has a weed leaf camo. You admire your straight fire M4 camo as you emerge into the doorway and spray them down. You look at them for a few seconds in awe. You feel nothing. You sit up against the cold concrete wall to catch your breath, trying to keep the Chinese corpses out of your line of sight. As you begin to get back up to join the fight, a soldier runs in frantically. She throws her pack off and pulls her pants down. Not the best time, you think to yourself. But if she insists, she pulls a tampon out and motions you towards her. "Put it in," she growls, brandishing her M4 in one hand and looking towards the doorway. You sit still. "What?" you say to yourself. She looks back at you. "Come on!" You get up and grab the pawn and squat in front of her. "Put it in now," she screams. You hesitate, then start to insert it into her. As it's halfway in, you hear voices near the doorway. You see the outline of someone. It's speaking Chinese. Just as a soldier comes into view, the woman, whose vagina is full of cotton courtesy of you, shoots him dead with a burst of 5.56, one-handed. You jam the rest of the tamp into her cavern and stand up. She turns without a beat, shouting, "Let's go, soldier!" She pulls her pants up and you follow her through the smoldering bodies. You can't tell if they're Chinese or American. Several hours of fighting later, you meet up with your squad. They're happy to see you. They're all eating and taking a rest. You sit down and crack into an MRE. You go for the Lunchley brand pizza. You eat it even though it has mold on it, and immediately start peeing out of your ass. You notice a DMT flavored Galaxy Gas ration, and for a second ponder taking a hit, but decide against it as it's probably not the best idea. You instead opt for another Zen. This time it's Little Caesars Crazy Bread flavored. You put it in your ass to plug up the diarrhea. The nicotine releases in your rectum and you feel great. You totally forget that you killed 2 guys earlier that morning. You use Ball Wipes brand ball wipes to clean your shit covered balls. Soon you're back in the saddle and headed deeper into the country. To break up the boredom, you and a couple of other soldiers perform TikTok dances. One of the other privates has 2 billion followers. You're trying to grow your account, so you get in on the dance and make him tag your account. Once you're out of the service, you hope to use the GI Bill to take marketing classes and grow your TikTok brand. For now though, you need to kill Chinese soldiers. As you're walking along in formation, your company is ambushed. You fire back aggressively, your TikTok account in the back of your mind. Soldiers in World War II had their sweethearts to fight for. You have your dream of being TikTok famous. You reload your rifle and continue to return fire. You look up and see your sergeant firing at a few enemy troops behind a tree. He has a fume sticking out of his mouth, and you can see his MeUndies peeking out of his uniform. At that moment, he was a true American hero. A spatter of blood shatters the moment. 1 second your sergeant was there, standing proudly, firing into the enemy, dripped out with brand sponsorships. The next second, he's on the ground. You run over to him, a hole in his head, and brains soaking the dirt. You quickly say a non-denominational prayer over his body, and return fire. The Chinese troops start to advance forward, cutting through friendly ranks. Soon, you and the remaining 7 or 8 Americans are down to your last mags, surrounded. You see the corpse of a comms specialist. You sprint over to his body and dive on top of it. Grabbing the comms, you call in for air support. A few moments later, you hear something on the other end. Try Blue Chew now and take control of your sex life. You wait for the skip ad option to pop up on the comms screen. You skip it. Are you struggling day to day? Are you having trouble finding a therapist? Try BetterHelp. This one is unskippable and over a minute long. You look behind you and see a drone slam into your battle buddy. A fine red mist showers the area, including yourself. You look back to the comms. Are you currently fighting in the Sino-American War? Struggling to come to terms with killing other young men and women for seemingly no reason? Contact us about discounts today at betterhelp.com. The ad ends and you call for air support. 2-minute ETA. You blind fire from behind a destroyed tank as the volume of fire emanating from the Chinese is overwhelming. You pop out from behind cover to see if you can get an accurate shot. You look to your left to see a Chinese troop aiming at you. A split second later, you're hit in the chest and fall backwards. Did you remember to put a plate in your plate carrier? Your life starts replaying before you. All the days playing Among Us and watching Kai Cenat streams with the boys. Playboy Cardi's discography plays through your head as you doze off. Memories of your uncle in a dark room. Suddenly your daze is interrupted by loud crashes. You turn slightly to the right and see a group of rockets screaming towards the enemy positions. You see fire and smoke billowing up to the sky. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. You silently thank the trans they them Reaper drone operators and descend into blackness. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. If you enjoyed the video, please dodge the draft, rectally insert a Zen, and become a trans they them drone operator. As always, try Fume, a new way to kick your cigarette addiction. As always, I'm a gay American infantryman.